I'm responding to a message that I received yesterday from one of my readers. There was a post on my page. You can scroll down if you want to look at it. A quote from Albert Einstein that says that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, and he who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. And one of my brave readers sent me a private message, and she said, I don't really know what compound interest is. And thank you very, very much for sending in your question, because if you don't understand it, you can be sure that there are other people that don't understand it. And there might even be many, many people who don't understand it, because we didn't get, financial education in school. We didn't learn these things, and, unless you were involved in the financial markets or you've gone out to take other courses or whatever, you might not have learned about this very important foundational piece of personal financial planning. So let me just explain it to you. Compound interest means that you earn interest on your interest, right? And then if you keep your investments going and earning interest for long enough, you earn interest on your interest on your interest. And the money that you earn just grows exponentially over time, which is why Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. You leave your investments in place for long enough, and they're going to grow and grow and grow. In the beginning, it seems like they're growing slowly, but ultimately, there's going to be a turn in the curve, and your wealth is going to grow exponentially. Now, I figured out, calculated for you a very, very simple example. Okay, I say let's take an investor who has $1,000 and invests it at a 10% return. Now, I don't want you to come back to me and say, Debbie, where can we get a 10% return today? It is not an easy thing to achieve. It might even be impossible to achieve without taking on a lot of risk. I'm using 10% because it's a round figure, and it's something that we can understand. The numbers are big, and we can get our arms wrapped around it. So if you have $1,000 and you invest it at 10%, then at the end of the year, you will have earned $100 of interest, and you'll now have $1,100 in wealth that belongs to you. Now you hold on to that investment for another year, and your $1,100 again is going to earn interest at 10%. I have a little chart here, and you're going to have $121 of interest at the end of the year, right? So now your wealth is going to grow to $1,210. And you invest that money again for a 10% return, you'll get $133 at the end of the year, and so on and so forth, so that by the end of 10 years, your initial $1,000 investment will have grown to $2,594. And that's the effect of compounding. It's not just $100 that you've earned over 10 years, which would be another $1,000, giving you 1,000 plus 1,000, a total of $2,000. But you've actually earned another $594, which is what we call the compound interest. And that's the magic, is that your money continues to grow and grow and grow, ultimately exponentially over time. Now, what's the reverse of this that Albert Einstein said? If you don't understand compound interest, you're going to end up paying it. And I unfortunately see this over and over again with people who are in overdraft, or people who have credit card debt, people who owe money to other people and other institutions. Now let's take our original example of $1,000, and let's say that you have credit card debt with 20% interest on it. And that is not unusual, and I see folks with credit card debt in the 20s, and depending on where you live in the world, you might even be paying over 30% interest on your credit card debt. So let's take our same $1,000. At the end of the year, owing 20% on your credit card debt, you're going to owe $200 of interest to your credit card company. And if you don't pay back that debt, your now $1,200 of debt is going to grow to $1,440 by the end of year 2. And like our previous example of investing, if you let this debt hang out for another 10 years, you will end up owing your credit card company over $6,000, right? That is the power of compound interest going the other way. If you don't understand what it means to be, taking charge of your money and investing your money and growing it, somebody else is going to be getting rich off of your skin. So I encourage you to look at your debt situation, see where you are hemorrhaging money, and take care of it as quickly as possible. Because if you don't understand the power of compound interest and you're not earning compound interest, it's really likely that you might be paying it to somebody else. And if you need some help to get out of debt, and of course if you need some help to grow your wealth, feel free to reach out. This is Debbie Sasson, financial planner and money coach, helping you to build a healthy and confident relationship with your wealth. Thanks for tuning in today.